How did I end up here? Wrong question. I began here. Right here on this planet. Was it hard to be born as someone else's alter? Not for me. A scientist must never deny reality, however uncomfortable. So, why did I stay behind when the others left? Because something I found here disturbed my mental clarity. The Oasis. Teeming with life in the middle of a barren, uninhabitable planet. How does it survive? What undiscovered laws of nature protect it from the lethal sunrise? I sensed that solving this mystery could open up a whole new chapter in the history of science. Thus, I made it my life's work. So, if you are reading this, frankly, I don't care. One thing I've learned is that recognition is overrated. Knowledge is the ultimate pursuit. Well, now the only thing left to do is go to sleep and wait for a new cycle to begin. And with it, answers. Oh my, that was a long sleep. I don't think I've slept that hard in... Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Who are you? And what did I miss?
Nothing. You missed nothing, boy. You have just been born. Everything you remember is only in your head. But I expect it's nothing you can't handle.
Oh, well, of course, don't worry. I have the intellectual tools to deal with it. Nevertheless, it is a surprising turn of events. I simply never thought I'd go through all this again. But, I'm not going through it again, am I? This is my first time. Yes, I am beginning to understand it now. You're the person whose memories I have in my head, and now that you're too old to go on, you created me. It's what I would do. Relax, you can trust me. I'm just like you. No need to protect me from the hard truth.
What did you just say?
I said I'd do the same thing. It was meant as a compliment, by the way.
You? No. No, I don't think I can do this. But I have to. Oh no. Time is so scarce.
Are you okay?
The quantum.
Yes, I know, the quantum computer created me. Oh, hang on. We actually have a quantum computer? Well, now you're talking.
The comms room.
Really? There's a comms room, too. Does this mean you have contact with Earth? Are you sure you don't need anything? A glass of water, perhaps?
Talk to him. But please
Yes? What?
be better.
You have got to be kidding me. He said, talk to him. Him. I wonder who he was talking about. It might be sensible to examine my circumstances thoroughly. Where should I start? Unbelievable. The fundamental module in the base is malfunctioning. Finally, the right person in the right place. I see we have a source of nutrition provided. Good. Huh. The QC looks different than I remember. Oh, strange. It seems I don't have access. Hello. We are talking, which means that I am dead and everything went as planned. My name is Jan, and I am an accumulated artificial model of your predecessor's mind, a so-called AAM-OIPM. But you can call me Janbot. Oh, clever. Thank you. Before we start the briefing, let's establish an adequate working relationship. I will be your source of information and virtual assistant. Your role will be to pick up your predecessor's research where it left off. please confirm your willingness to accept this arrangement. I confirm. Excellent. Let's move on to the briefing without further ado. Your precursor, whose mind records served to train my neural system, paved the way for you with some groundbreaking research. One of the fundamental findings was that he managed to calculate the parameters of the planet's cycle. He. You do remember you're nothing more than an artificial model based on the person who made these calculations. That's very amusing coming from a copy of his DNA. I wasn't trying to be amusing. I suppose I was. Anyway, let's get back to the calculation, shall we? Two phases of the cycle can be distinguished. A cold phase, when humans can be active on the planet, and a hot phase, when the surface is too hot for anything to survive. The hot phase, when activity above the ground is impossible, lasts for the equivalent of 13 Earth years. 13 years of waiting? Yes. Every hot cycle needs to be spent underground. Supplies have to be secured for that time, energy to power the base. Now you understand how little time he had to devote to the Oasis itself. Every time a discovery was on the horizon, the sun came and destroyed everything. And after every hot cycle, he emerged onto the surface older, weaker, body and mind deteriorating from radiation exposure. That's when he realized it was time to turn to the most risky scenario. Create a successor. And here I am. Very perceptive. Do you have any questions regarding your position? How did you build a quantum computer all on your own? The quantum computer in your base is built from parts and materials salvaged at different stages of his sojourn on this planet. They have been meticulously handpicked and modified by our ingenious mind in a decade-long process to arrive with the adequate hardware. This makeshift yet sophisticated structure could then serve as a chassis for the corporate software retrieved from the tour vehicle left behind by the Dolly mission, thus creating an operational quantum computer. Ally Corp software. Interesting. I'm pleased you found my answer satisfactory. Would you like to conclude the briefing, or do you have any more questions? Remind me how things work on this planet? As you might remember from your quantum simulated memories, this planet is not easy to explore. Unpredictable topography, nighttime radiation, hostile anomalies, all of which require specialist equipment and energy. Those, in turn, depend upon securing resources, which are scarce and oftentimes difficult to access. Right, I know that. Then there's the sun, the deadly one. Every cycle, when the proximity between planet and star reaches a critical value, everything on the surface turns to ash. Does my answer satisfy your curiosity, or would you like to know more? I'm ready to get to work. Excellent. Let's start with protecting you from the mistakes of your predecessor. He managed to create blueprints for a cryosleep chamber for your base. Build it, and you will be able to extend your stay on this planet by a significant, if not infinite, amount of time. Wait, why didn't he build a cryosleep chamber for himself? He could have avoided aging and wouldn't have to create me whatsoever. Sometimes the right answers only come to us after a fair share of errors. At the time, it seemed to me the going to sleep for 13 years would be a waste of time and energy which could be devoted to underground research and learning. By the time he realized we might not make it, it was too late. Researching the cryosleep chamber so that it was adapted to the conditions of an underground base was, in itself, challenging and time-consuming. So when it was ready, he was so old that there was no point in hibernating such a frail and unreliable body. Did you say infinite? Yes, but please remember I can make mistakes. Huh. Right, let's just get on with it. Good. Take a look around the base, go outside, and locate the necessary resources. Once you've got your bearings, get to work on that cryosleep chamber so we can plan your next steps. So much work needs to be done. I'd be much more efficient if there were more of me. The planet. It looks different than I remember. I wonder what happened to it or to my memories. Whatever this means, I should prioritize securing fundamental resources. What it feels like to destroy an anomaly. I wonder if Jan held any records I could break. Hey, Yanbot. What can I do for you today? It's about the QC. It's blocked. Do you have access to it? Ah, I see. So you decided to do it. Alter yourself. Are you sure this is a good idea? I'd like to hear your opinion. Altering could cause unwanted complications. You have memories of what happened during the Dolly mission. Tension between conflicting characters in the group. Emotions getting in the way of rational decision-making. Accidents, injuries, including self-inflicted ones. Episodes of paranoia. Incidents of base demolition. All this could cause more damage than good. Unforgettable memories indeed, even if they're not exactly mine. Yes, which makes me think that revisiting all those facts, one element in the equation has changed. The core awareness person in charge. Yes, this could be your chance. Wait, you're trying to say I can do it differently? Correct. Adopt a discrepant approach. I am analyzing incongruencies as we speak. Jan the Builder wasn't a skilled professional in anything. You, Jan the Scientist, on the other hand, possess extensive knowledge in many fields. Does that inspire any paths of reasoning for you? Of course. I just need to create more of myself. Good idea, but it might be impossible. The quantum computer will not allow you to do that. Remember, it is based on Ally Corp software, and they followed a strict, no exact replica policy. So, what now? You will need to reprogram the QC to set up a new branch procedure. The downside is that it will be time-consuming. The upside, that you can adjust the procedure to your individual needs. Creating branching points as close to the original me as possible. No petty differences of character, complete mutual understanding, harmonious cooperation, and a lack of any emotional nonsense whatsoever. It looks like we might have a potential direction. Do you think you're more ready to make an informed decision about altering than before? What about the Rapidium-induced illness? I have memories of having to find a cure to keep us alive. If I create my alters, won't they be affected too? Am I not affected? A very rational inquiry. You must know that your predecessor prepared meticulously for your creation. That's why it took me, him, so much time. One of the core elements of this undertaking was preventing the illness. Based on his experience from the Dolly mission, he have devised a chemical compound which could be injected into your body right at the moment of initiating the DNA replication process. The mechanism has been incorporated into the womb module so that the compound is distributed automatically. In other words, your longevity, as well as the longevity of any potential alter you might create, is estimated as comparable to that of a human being born on Earth. Does that clear your doubts? Yes, I'll take it from here. I must say this has been a very satisfactory conversation, judging by the amount of energy I have consumed. predecessor's whiteboard. I should take a look at it. geyser. How interesting.
I have a skilled builder in me, or setting up infrastructure is not so hard.
Hello there. Yes, you are seeing correctly. And you're connecting the dots right now. No. What? You're not who I think you are. This is not what I think it is. I'm afraid it is. But no. I remember staying on the planet, going to sleep in the bunker. Those memories are fake. That ring a bell? Of course I know that. What do you take me for? I'm your alter. I can see that. The reason I find it hard to accept is that it just doesn't make any sense. I'm the one who made a real career. I'm globally recognized. People actually stopped on the street to take a photo with me, queued for my autograph. Surely this is a mistake. The QC made a mistake. Did it? Let's see. Why don't we start with a simple question? Apart from being a celebrity, what is your field of study? Optics. But I was always more of an astrophysicist at heart. Oh, good. Then we have something in common. Finally, everything is interconnected. But whoever you think you are, you're not out nerding me. Because I am the most versatile and savvy version of myself that could ever exist. And I just need a good engineer. That's going to have to be enough for you. I'm sure if you read the project documentation with that ingenious mind of yours, you'll grasp the essentials of your role here. Oh, I'll read it. But be prepared to have your preconceptions challenged.